You awaken to the insistent crow of a rooster, piercing the thin veil of sleep like a rusty dagger. Your eyelids flutter open, but the world around you is shrouded in dim, hazy light filtering through cracks in the thatched roof. No alarm clock beeps softly beside you, no warm glow from a smartphone screen. Instead, the air is thick, acrid with the remnants of last night's fire, smoke that clings to your skin like an unwelcome second layer. You shift on what passes for a bed, a lumpy mattress of straw stuffed into a rough-hewn wooden frame, shared with your family, a wife you've never met, 3 grubby children huddled under threadbare woolen blankets, and even the family goat tethered in the corner, its bleating adding to the cacophony. This isn't your cozy apartment in the city, with its memory foam mattress and central heating. No, this is medieval England, circa 1350, and you've been thrust into the life of a peasant farmer. The idea hits you like a bucket of icy well water. You're here to experience why a modern soul like yours wouldn't last a single day in this unforgiving era. As you sit up, rubbing the sleep from your eyes, the reality sinks in. Your back aches from the uneven straw, poking through like tiny needles. The floor beneath your bare feet is packed earth, cold and damp, scattered with rushes that do little to mask the smell of manure and unwashed bodies. Privacy? Forget it. The one-room hut is your entire world. Kitchen, bedroom, living space, and barn all in one cramped 10 by 15-foot square.
You glance around, disoriented. The walls are wattle and daub, woven sticks plastered with a mix of mud, straw, and cow dung. It's drafty. Wind whistles through the gaps, carrying the chill of pre-dawn autumn. No thermostat to crank up, just a central hearth now reduced to glowing embers that you'll have to stoke soon if you want any warmth. But first, nature calls. There's no ensuite bathroom, no flushing toilet. Instead, you stumble outside into the misty yard where a shallow pit serves as the privy. It's a hole in the ground, buzzing with flies even in the cool morning air. You do your business quickly, wiping with a handful of leaves. Luxury items like cloth are for the lords. Back inside, you splash your face from a wooden bucket of water drawn from the village well the night before. It's murky, tasting faintly of earth and something metallic. No filtered tap water, no hot shower to wash away the grime. Your skin itches already. Bathing is a rare event, maybe once a month in a communal tub at the river where everyone shares the same filthy water. Hunger gnaws at your stomach. Breakfast isn't a leisurely affair with coffee and toast. Your wife, a sturdy woman named Agnes, with calloused hands and a weary expression, hands you a hunk of stale rye bread, dark and heavy as a brick. It's coarse, gritty from the millstone, and you chew it slowly, washing it down with a mug of weak ale. Water's too risky, the wells contaminated with runoff from the fields and privies. Ale, brewed low in alcohol, kills some bacteria and keeps you hydrated. No eggs Benedict or fresh fruit smoothie, just this basic sustenance to fuel the day's labor. The children munch on the same, their faces smeared with yesterday's dirt. You try to complain, but Agnes shoots you a sharp look. Eat up, John. The Lord's fields won't plow themselves.
Ah, yes, John. That's your name now. A serf bound to the manor of Lord Harrington. You're not free. You're tied to the land like the oxen you'll soon harness. The feudal system owns you. In exchange for a strip of land to farm for your family, you owe the Lord 3 days of labor each week on his domain, plus taxes and crops, eggs or chickens. Failed to deliver, and you face fines, eviction, or worse, the stocks in the village square, where rotten vegetables pelt your face as punishment. As a modern desk jockey used to air-conditioned offices and ergonomic chairs, the thought of manual labor terrifies you. But there's no sick day, no HR department, dawn is breaking, and work calls. You step outside into the village, a cluster of maybe 20 similar huts surrounding a muddy green. The air is crisp, laced with the scent of wood smoke and damp earth. Chickens pack at the ground, a pig roots in the muck. Neighbors, fellow serfs like you, nod curtly as they head to their tasks. No friendly chit-chat over lattes. Survival Survival is the priority. You make your way to the common fields, vast open strips divided among the villagers. Yours is a narrow plot, maybe an acre, where you'll grow rye, barley, and peas to feed your family through winter. But today is boon work, extra labor owed to the Lord during planting or harvest. The reeve, the Lord's overseer, a burly man with a whip at his belt, barks orders as you arrive. Harness the oxen, John. The plow waits. Your heart sinks. You never touched a plow in your life. The tool is a heavy wooden ard, tipped with iron, pulled by two massive oxen. You fumble with the yoke, thick ropes chafing your hands as you secure it around their necks. The beasts are stubborn, lowing in protest, and it takes precious minutes to get them moving. The reeve glares. Hurry, or it'll be the lash. Finally, you grip the handles, guiding the plow through the heavy clay soil. Each step is agony. The ground resists, clods of earth clinging to your wooden clogs. Blisters form on your palms within minutes. Sweat soaks your rough linen tunic despite the chill. The sun climbs higher, beating down relentlessly. No sunscreen, no bottled water, just the ale skin at your belt, warm and flat. Hours pass in a blur of monotony. Furrow after furrow, you turn the soil. Seeds to be sown later by the women and children. Your back screams in protest. Muscles you didn't know existed burn with fatigue. In your modern life, a tough day means staring at a screen for 8 hours, with breaks for snacks and social media. Here, there's no union-mandated rest. You pause only when the reeve allows, gulping air and wiping sweat from your brow. A fellow serf, an old man named Thomas, chuckles grimly. New to the yoke, eh? It'll toughen ya, or break ya. You nod weakly, but inside panic rises. How do people endure this? One misstep and the plow veers off, wasting effort. Insects swarm, flies biting your exposed skin. No bug spray to fend them off. By midday, your stomach rumbles like thunder. Lunch is a brief respite. More bread, a bit of hard cheese, and an onion from the garden. You eat in the field, sitting on the damp ground, legs throbbing. Agnes brings it in a cloth bundle, her own face flushed from weeding the vegetable plot back home. The children trail her, the eldest boy already helping with lighter tasks. No school for them. Education is for monks and nobles. They learn by doing, hands in the dirt from dawn to dusk. You try to savor the meal, but it's bland, lacking salt or spices that only the wealthy can afford. Chewing the fibrous onion, you long for a burger, fries, anything processed and flavorful. But here, food is fuel, not pleasure. Malnutrition is a silent killer. Without vitamins from fresh produce year-round, scurvy and rickets lurk.
The afternoon drags on. After plowing, it's time for hedging, repairing the fences that divide the fields. Thorny branches tear at your hands as you weave them into barriers. Blood mixes with dirt. No bandages, just a rag from your tunic. The reeve patrols, ensuring no slacking. Whispers among the serfs tell of past punishments. A man flogged for stealing a turnip. Another sent to the Lord's dungeon for arguing taxes. Freedom? A distant dream. If you run away, you're a fugitive, hunted like a criminal. Towns offer charter freedom after a year and a day, but getting there means starving on the road, evading bandits. As the sun dips low, casting long shadows, exhaustion hits like a hammer. Your body is a map of aches, blistered feet, sunburned neck, strained shoulders. Finally, the reeve dismisses you. Good work, lads. Tomorrow, sowing. You trudge home, each step a victory. The hut welcomes you with its familiar smells. Agnes has prepared supper. Pottage, a thick stew of peas, leeks, and barley simmered over the hearth. No meat tonight. That's for Sundays or feasts. You eat by firelight, the family gathered round the rough table. The children chatter about their day. You listen, too tired to speak. Stories are told, folk tales of knights and dragons to pass the time. No TV, no books. Literacy is rare among peasants. Darkness falls quickly without electricity. Candles are tallow, made from animal fat, sputtering and smoky. You bank the fire for the night, praying no sparks ignite the thatch. Bed calls, but sleep is fitful on the straw. Shared warmth the only comfort. Wolves howl in the distance, thieves prowl. One bad night and illness could strike. No antibiotics, just herbal poultices from the wise woman. A fever and you're gone. Life expectancy hovering around 35.
As you lie there, staring at the rafters, the weight of it all crushes squashes you. This is just one day, one endless, brutal day. No weekends, no retirement. Harvest fails, famine. Lord demands more, rebellion means death. You're a cog in the feudal machine, expendable. Back in your time, you'd call in sick, binge Netflix, order takeout. Here, survival is a grind. Resilience forged in fire. You wouldn't last, not with your soft hands and expectations, but as sleep claims you, a grudging respect grows for those who did. The next morning dawns much like the first, but your body protests louder. Every muscle screams as you rise, the straw mattress offering no relief from the night's chill. Agnes stirs the embers, boiling water for a thin gruel of oats. You force it down, the blandness a stark reminder of dietary monotony. No variety, no supermarket stocked with global imports. What you eat is what you grow, and crop rotation is primitive. 3 fields, 1 fallow each year to restore soil, but yields are low. Pests devour shares, weather dictates fate.
Today is your own day, working your strip, but own is misleading. The land belongs to the Lord, your tenancy precarious. You head out with a sickle and hoe, weeding the barley plot. Thistles snag your leggings, nettles sting your arms. Hours bend over, pulling roots, sweat dripping into your eyes. No gloves, no mechanized help, just raw effort. A neighbor, Widow Marjorie, works nearby, her back bent from years of toil. She shares tales of the great famine of 1315, when rains rotted crops and people ate bark and rats. We survived, she says, by God's grace and stubbornness. You shudder. In your world, famine is news from afar, not a personal horror. Lunch is sparse, bread and ale again. Sitting under a hedgerow, you watch birds wheel overhead. No podcasts or music, silence broken by distant church bells calling to prayer. Religion permeates everything. The church tithe takes 10% of your produce. Non-attendance means fines. Sundays are for mass, a respite but also obligation. The priest preaches hellfire for sinners, offering hope in afterlife amid earthly suffering.
Afternoon brings more labor, tending livestock. Your family owns 2 pigs, a cow, and chickens, precious assets. You milk the cow, hands cramping on teats, then gather eggs, dodging pecks. Fodder is scarce. Animals graze commons, but overgrazing leads to disputes. A stray dog eyes your hens. You chase it off with a stick. No vet care. If disease strikes, losses devastate. As evening nears, a storm brews. Dark clouds roll in, rain lashes the fields. You rush to shelter crops, but mud sucks at your feet, turning the path to slurry. Soaked and shivering, you return home. Agnes has the fire going. Supper is pottage with a rare bit of bacon from a slaughtered pig. The family eats in silence, fatigue heavy. Bedtime stories lighten the mood. Legends of Robin Hood defying lords like yours. Night falls, but worries linger. Taxes due soon. The Hiriad if you die. Best animal to the Lord. Boon work tomorrow. Your modern mind reels. How do they bear it? No vacations? No advancement? Social mobility? Rare. A clever son might enter clergy, but most stay serfs.
Day 3. Harvest time. Scythe in hand, you cut rye stalks, bundles heavy. Threshing follows, beating sheaves with flails, winnowing chaff in wind. Dust chokes your lungs. No masks. Accidents happen. A slipped blade, a broken leg. Healing? Bone setting by the blacksmith. Herbs from the apothecary. Pain is endured, not medicated. Village life unfolds. A market day. You sell surplus eggs, bargaining with traders. Coins are scarce. Barter rules. News arrives. Plague rumors from London. Fear grips you. The Black Death killed millions. Bodies carted away. No vaccines. No isolation. Just prayers and fleeing. Interactions deepen. A feud with neighbor over boundary. Resolved by village court. Bias toward influential. Justice is swift. Harsh. No appeals.
Weeks blend, but the story's core is that first day's shock. Expanded details. Clothing, itchy wool, no underwear. Hygiene, lice infestations, no shampoo. Women's labor, spinning, brewing, child rearing amid toil. Children's play, simple games, but work from age 5. Cultural notes, festivals like May Day offer joy, dancing, ale, but rare. Superstitions abound, fairies, witches blamed for ills.